had all just met a good bosom friend of yours
Yes.
unexpectedly in the great hall of the throne of the Golden Emperor of Tea, Cesare de Sensi, or Cesare Sensi, I should say. Grand Prince of Viven, patrician of House Sensi, overall cool dude, great hair, nice hat,
Yeah.
friend of Fubo.
Friend of all the small folk.
Yes. Was in the chamber ahead of you, speaking to the Emperor on subjects which you caught the end of.
Yes.
It was then that as you were reviewing the happenings of your recent history, actually thinking about it, Cesare explained a lot of what was happening in Viven, but I don't think you guys really mentioned to
Much of what
him.
happened.
Weren't we still like currently
Oh, yeah.
in the throne room with the Emperor?
Yeah, we told some of them. Some of it to him.
It's true, but
We
the
told him
Emperor
about
was busy.
Blue Eyes.
Mostly, I just heard that there have been like a parade of dragons.
We told them
Going
about how
in and out
why
those
we're here in
doors.
tea and stuff.
Yep. And one of the dragons is real
And then
angry
one of the
right
dragons
now.
got really mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we
Wait,
left
did
off.
you say why you're in tea? What's up
Yes.
with tea? Remind me.
We told you that we're here to try to peacefully secede from them.
Oh
and
yeah,
also
yeah.
team up
I
with
remember this now. Team up
make an alliance
against
to-
the Shogun
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
have independence after the Shogun is defeated.
Yes.
We want political freedom, but to retain access to their dragons.
He controls the flow of dragons.
Yes. At least in this
Dragons.
region.
Make their own decisions on that.
Yeah, if you could. Excuse me.
Oh my
Right.
god. They took him out. Dolls?
He's dead.
They
Guys.
did take him out.
No.
They hit him with like some pepper, and that's it. He's
Sorry.
done.
No, I was traveling this weekend. I went up to Massachusetts for a short vacation with my family. As soon as I get back down here, my allergies have gone nuts.
Do you have a nut allergy?
No, I do not have a nut allergy. I have a ragweed allergy.
No.
I have a ragtime allergy.
Nice.
That is not the same thing.
Oh
Achoo!
no.
Oh god, jeez, why? Why would you do that?
Alright, we said we wouldn't goof. We gotta get through the important
Yeah,
plot.
let's
Sorry.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was Sal's fault for sneezing.
Sorry. Oh, now my nose is running.
You better go
However,
catch it.
as you were having your conversation, it was interrupted by the sound of an angry voice shouting, "This is outrageous,"
Yes.
in the direction of the Emperor. You have turned to see Chancellor Shao marching very huffily down the stairs away from the Emperor. Not exactly respectfully either, which the Prime Minister and the Chamberlain are both rather surprised at. The Emperor looks more sympathetic, but still rather stern. As the Chancellor reaches the bottom of the steps, he stops and just sort of waits there for the Emperor to speak as he looms down at you from his throne. As much as he can loom. He seems to have recovered, by the way, from Cesare's.
He's out of range.
Yes. He just suddenly started feeling much better. It's just like, wow. What is it about Vivanese people?
Whoa,
Lord.
racist.
Well, I mean, it's as soon as you walked away from him. Maybe it's just you specifically.
Racist.
This is anti-Italian discrimination.
Yeah.
It's never racist. Anyway, the Emperor swallows slightly before looking at the rest of you and going,
What happened?
Lady Ryudo, you may approach to the base of the throne. I would like to address the issue of Chancellor Song's indiscretion with the use of the run fan.
Okay.
It is my deep regret that in her zeal to defend the Empire, the Chancellor made use of the Ranfang to attempt your, well, execution.
Yes.
On this point, you have the personal apology of the Emperor of Tea. Somewhere a bell rings. And you will each be compensated accordingly with 10,000 silver coins of the standard amount, of the standard size and weight.
Each?
Sorry, it's back there. Like, is for me?
No. I'm just wondering if it's each to the party.
That is each.
You know, I used to be part of that.
I was not aware, but the Ranfang did not make an attempt on your life.
Yeah, too bad.
Yet.
So
Chancellor Song will also issue a personal apology to you all.
So that's 10,000.
Yes,
Sweet.
at a later time. Once she has had once she has had the firm remonstration delivered to her from myself via my prime minister. Now then, moving on. At which point Chancellor Shao interrupts. No. You're you're leaving out the fact that Chancellor Song is remaining in her position. That is frankly not the concern of the daimyo of Sarugu or her companions or the Grand Prince of Event. Now, as I was saying, I have decided that with regards to your independence, we shall take a strategic approach to. No, this is a farce. Chancellor Shell, we can discuss your disagreement with my decision at a later date. No. No, I tire of this. For thousands of years, I have been babysitting you people.
Sada looks awkwardly.
Oh.
Watching you do everything in your power to corrupt the empire I built. And now, when your guests, not mine, it's your house, as you so often remind me, are almost killed by one of your minions, you leave her in place with an apology?
I thought this was good. He was gonna be mad about us.
Can I once I log in, can I sense motive? Is he uh
Dragon
like-
coup, dragon coup.
yeah, I mean, like, is this righteous anger, or is this like this has been building up for a while, but also maybe he's been, because this seems out of character from everything we've heard about him.
Like, does he have designs on the
Yeah.
Empire sort of thing?
Ooh, machinations.
Yeah.
Let me find a broken home. There we go. Launch game.
I mean, he's a big old dragon, right? I mean, he can just machinate on the spot, just
That's
roast
true.
and toast you.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
yeah,
then
that's what
there's a bunch
that's
of
what
other
happened.
dragons that would machinate against him immediately.
That's what
presumably.
happened in the with the Oromai.
I mean, I feel like if one dragon started machinating, the other four would probably help.
Yeah, dragons, they stick together.
Yeah, they are siblings.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like-
Zao's the sibling everybody likes, though.
I feel like at least half of them would help just because they like eating people.
Or they would just kill him because they know he'll just be like reincarnated again, and then they can like, put him in timeout a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how dragons do it.
How do you do it? Crazy guys.
All right, there's the
Um,
side sense motive.
Ah, yes. Asai, it is like watching a dam break.
Ah,
You get the sense that this guy has been storing grievances for a very, very long time and that have never gone addressed, that have been just permanently stewing in the back of his mind and becoming magnified over the course of multiple lifetimes as he literally sacrificed himself for the Empire repeatedly. Sorry, my nose is very itchy.
Salas, you brought me
Mhm.
in for what you told me were the last few sessions of the game, and you open with the collapse of T.
Hey, it's not our problem.
we did. I promise we didn't do this one.
I'm sure this should resolve itself quickly.
We're just here to sort of witness,
All right.
just pass through.
Yeah, I was just, all right, well, I'll leave you to it.
we just shuffle out of the room onto our sky
Yeah.
skip.
Yeah, we'll we'll
about
call
that,
like in a couple
$10,000.
days.
Cool. Oh, so the boats, huh?
Chancellor Shao's hands light a flame as the braziers along the walls seem to burn higher, and he begins to walk back up the steps towards the Emperor. The Emperor looks very concerned at his approach. and briefly looks back to you before looking back to Shao and just sort of meekly asks, Shao, what are you doing? Isn't it obvious? I'm taking direct control. I've had enough. It's time that the Golden Empire be truly led by a Golden Emperor.
Oh
God.
Hey, well.
We want to dispatch someone to go get the siblings.
I gotta leave. This will look really bad if I'm here.
The two
I will
dragon
not be able
twins
to live that
are
down.
looking really concerned. Chamberlain New
I
runs
look concerned
forward,
at them.
interposing himself between the Emperor and Chancellor Shao, and raising his Guandao into a fighting stance, commanding the Chancellor, "Get back, traitor!" Which goes wholly unheeded.
Oh. That was a mistake.
The palace guards begin to react. So there's only 6 of them in the room, and they are only human. Shao glances over his shoulder at the sound before saying, Ranfang, do not allow anyone else to intercede.
What?
Oh.
With a sudden sound of flowing cloth, a number of Renfang agents drop to the ground from where they had been clinging near to the ceiling.
Just always doing like that polite sort of like palm clap as this is happening. It's like, oh, pretty good. I like this. Nice.
Huh.
The Emperor, realizing that he is potentially in mortal danger, looks somewhat pleadingly at you, Sada.
Sada steps
And asks,
a little bit. Zhao, are you sure you want to do this? I'm not going to be able to come back from this.
the dragon stops.
Well, it's like I already can't come back from it, to be honest.
His shoulders hunching up before relaxing. And turns back to you and goes, why not? He's just a human. In a couple of generations, no one will remember this happened.
You
Doing-
will, though.
That's sort of dismissive about all of the many, 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 many people that reside in your kingdom. What?
Perhaps the adage, familiarity breeds contempt, assists to illuminate my perception of why am I bothering? And he begins to walk back up the stairs again.
All right, well.
Are we interposing here?
I don't.
I don't, because like are we gonna?
What if he eats everyone except for the Prime Minister and the Emperor and the Chamberlain? Is that still treason?
What was the question?
What if he eats everybody except for the Prime Minister, the Emperor, and the Chamberlain? Is that still treason?
Everyone in the room or in the country?
All the bureaucrats.
Oh, that's everyone in the country.
That's
Well, it's not everyone. It's like 50% of the population.
It seems like the issue is taken with the Emperor's mismanagement of the situation, not necessarily the bureaucrats are doing a great job.
Are we
Well,
really?
no, because previously when I sense motived him, he didn't have any lingering resentment of the Emperor and the Prime Minister. It was all bureaucracy and like the low-level people that had been misreporting and fucking shit up, and
Mm,
like the person he was fighting in the hallway with.
mhm.
Yep.
Well,
Basically, aside, what you have gotten is that Shao has lost his last, has had his camel's back broken by the one person that he, or perhaps the last two couple of people that he actually trusted to be competent, well, making a decision that he disagreed with.
Mm.
And for some
Um,
reason, he is seething at this point.
Are we really gonna go to two
I don't-
different nations, depose their ruler, and have a dragon eat them
I don't-
in a
Well-
row? In a row. Are we? We can't. We can't do that.
Okay, so his reaction, his emotions are justified, but his reaction is not. And so, what are the odds that he has been aggressified by a vampire?
I mean, that's possible, but he's walking up those stairs, and I'm gonna go.
Can I run and cast debamboozle on him?
I'm sorry.
That's a
oh, I
spell.
remember that spell. Of course.
Ah,
yeah,
classic
yeah.
spell.
One of those classic. Gygax came up with that one himself.
Don't doubt it.
See, it's now canon. I would like to cast debamboozle.
By all means,
Yeah,
debamboozle
Level
the dragon.
9 spell.
I want to try. I can only cast level 8, though. Could you lower it, please?
What?
Well, you can't cast it, period, because it doesn't exist.
I don't think that's like a death domain thing, and that's like a shenanigan domain or an insanity domain or something.
I
think
mean, it
Um,
would be mind affecting. It would be.
Yeah.
you're talking about disenchant
Break enchantment?
or break enchantment.
Dispel enchantment? I can't find my spell sheet.
Oh, I can break enchantments actually, but I don't
Oh.
think he's enchanted.
I think he might be.
You want
I'm
me
gonna
to?
attempt
you
it, because
want-
why
you want me
not?
to walk up and touch this golden dragon who's about to depose an emperor?
Yes.
Not gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright.
It's not touch. It is a close range spell.
Yeah.
No, touch treatment, the mesmerist thing,
Oh.
is a touch.
Yes.
To
So
break
you should not do
enchantments.
that. However, Asai does have the break enchantment spell, which
Yep.
is she can currently cast from a 65
70
foot
feet.
range.
Yep.
So yeah, you cast break enchantment on the dragon.
And then I have to make a caster level check, right?
Yes.
Yep. This is, let's see if I can caster level beat, nope. I continue rolling for shit.
Well, no, that's not a terrible roll. The DC is 11 plus the caster level of the effect. So that would have broken anything up to caster level 11 or 12, excuse me. The magic washes over the dragon, and he pauses, and he turns back to you. What are you doing?
Just checking that this is what you want to do. Just verifying.
I assure you that this is exactly what I want to do. Kindly
Okay.
do not interrupt me again as I... Well, I guess I
Yes,
take
you
over the
would.
country.
Right.
Aww.
Um.
It's like a betraying of an old vow type situation.
Can I use a hero point to reroll that?
I sincerely think that this is his
No.
true
Okay,
Okay,
wish.
this is just him. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's
I
a
agree.
dragon. He's
Which I
gonna
don't-
do as he wishes.
Yeah, he's
The
just gonna.
thing
eat a
about
guy.
the humans and I'm a dragon thing, classic dragon stuff.
Some dragon
This
stuff.
he does not see this as a big deal. He sees this as taking just
Right now, Sada's going for Sada's head is that this feels wrong, but also it is more beneficial to us. She's struggling
I know,
with
it
that.
sucks.
Yeah, because the dragons are more on our side than I don't know.
Is this a coup?
I feel like
I
the
don't know.
dragons are more prone
well,
to just
yes, it's a coup.
whims because they don't see
Hmm.
us as meaning anything more than a mote of dust, you know?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Diplomatically, it will be frustrating, but
Yeah. And also now two sort of neighboring countries will be ran by sort of opposed dragons, and that seems
that's
Bad.
cool.
Shao,
But-
this is not the deal. This is not the agreement between our peoples. You can't do this. The tea depends on this. It'll get better.
God.
It'll be fine.
It'll
Fine.
get better.
It'll be fine.
This could throw the entire nation into chaos.
Yeah, it runs like a watch. You know what happens when you throw dirt in a watch?
It won't be great.
It won't be a problem so long as there's no particular knowledge outside of this room that this
Oh
happened.
God.
Oh, you
What do
want
you-
me to pretend
what do
like
you-
I left this room with the Emperor's chill? He's hanging out.
Yes.
Or
You're gonna like. I guess he doesn't make visits places, does he? He's not seen by people. Is he too important to be seen?
I go visiting. I visit places. No, you don't.
Oh,
what happens when we're questioned immediately as we leave by
man,
your
you really
siblings?
shoulda. Cesare is like pulling at his collar. He's like, "You really should have covered your bases, man." I don't know. Come on.
I will handle my siblings. This is admittedly somewhat unplanned, but
Right? Maybe take a breath and sort of think through your options before you do anything hasty and irreparable.
I have been thinking through my options
Oh boy.
for 3,000 years.
You've had a problem with the Emperor for 3,000 years? 3,000 years worth of Emperor?
I'm 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a young man. He could change a lot with guidance from a
Imagine-
3,000-year-old dragon.
Imagine being the kid with such bad vibes you caused the fall of the Tea Empire.
So great! I
Just
have
your vibes.
immaculate vibes.
Yeah.
I know they're kind of rancid from where I'm standing.
Oh,
Don't encourage.
Well, I'm not encouraging. It's just funny, isn't it?
Hey, you want some of this dark rum?
But he's gonna have
Look
to
up.
intercede between the dragon to hand dark rum to the emperor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just felt like
Do you need to kill him though, Zhao? What if you just
Well, we don't know if he was gonna kill him. Maybe he's just gonna put him in a box.
What if you just left? What would happen
No.
to T if you
No, that wouldn't work.
I don't think
he
he
would be
wants to
the
do that.
rightful emperor, and there would be factions that would be disempowered
Yeah.
by this guy Zhao coming to power, and so they would plot and stew in order to bring the rightful emperor back into the throne, so that they could once again be in seats of power. It would be a whole mess. You gotta kill. If you're doing a coup, you
Zhao,
gotta
I
kill
know.
the guy.
I know it's
Precisely.
frustrating that our human lives are so brief, and it's like you have to start all over again with every emperor. But you can't count this emperor on the past 3,000 years of emperors. They're all different people, and maybe he just needs some guidance from somebody who has that perspective. He has plenty of time to change. He's got an entire lifetime still. He's a young man.
Yeah, he's like a year older than me.
I have been doing that for the entire period. I have been doing it repeatedly. Every time.
Maybe
It's each
I thought
person.
the whole bureaucracy rule stuff was supposed to be the thing where it's like, yes, the emperors will come and pass, but there's like the complex interworkings of the Tea Empire that remain consistent throughout. You always know what the price of the thing is or whatever. Is that not the case? It's just
Yeah, I
That's
think
how
the
it-
complex inner workings are the problem here.
That's how
That
it's
could be
supposed to run, but because it's always run by human.
The
And
Empire is human.
you keep hammering that point, and it is not winning you
If-
points over here.
I'm not seeking to win points. This is irrelevant. I don't know why I'm still having this conversation. I am an immortal dragon. I can rip you all in half. I'm going to rip that Minotaur in half in a second if he doesn't move out of my way, new.
Here's a cup of dark rum.
But what if we didn't do that?
Oh my god.
Like, what happens then if we don't?
Do what? Not rip him in half?
Like, to rip anyone in half. At least not at the second, you know.
Well, listen, at this point, Zhao's in for a penny for a pound. Like, this is
Yeah.
it. Like, you don't go back to being the chancellor after this point.
I guess
Yes,
that's
this is
fair.
kind of treason, observes the Prime Minister.
So it's like, I mean,
I understand that I'm not helping, but there's really no take backsies on that one.
But what if we all said sorry, like really earnestly?
What do we have to say sorry for?
I
That's fair. I
mean,
haven't
they
done anything. I'm
don't
great.
seem too earnestly sorry for trying to kill us. Like, realistically, 10,000 silver, I value
That's a
my
lot of
life more than
money.
that.
I mean,
Yeah, but
10,000.
that sounds like hush money.
Yeah.
And then what?
That's not, 10,000 silver in, and I'm sorry, they don't feel that bad about trying to kill us. And then it
Listen,
sounded
I'm
like
not
he was
saying
gonna
the Emperor-
bureaucracy his way out of letting us be independent.
Oh,
Thank you.
were you gonna bureaucracy your way of us being independent? I mean, really, you don't have much to lose by politicizing what you have to say right now, because you might die in like a minute.
Look, you stop Shao, and you are independent, no questions asked.
I mean, that sounds like a bribe at that point.
Well, it is a bribe. Is it?
It is a
deal for
bribe. I
you?
don't want to die. But the thing is, I actually had the power to affect that. Oh, please.
Zhao, what about you? What you got on the table?
No, this
God
is
damn it.
ridiculous. I am not indulging this.
Uh.
And frankly, you should be ashamed of yourself that you would stoop so low to try to bribe these people to save your sorry skin with
Oh, give me a break.
such
Is there-
obvious craven.
Oh,
I
come
thought I
on
raised
now.
you better.
Oh, come on now. That's a little. That's kind of not nice. I mean, nobody wants to be killed.
True. So true.
It's true.
I mean, threatening someone is a good way to figure out their true nature.
Is it? They'll tell you whatever you want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you threaten me, I'll just. I don't know.
I'll
I think
tell you
I'm a pretty
anything.
nice.
Look,
No.
Yeah, but I mean, we knew you were a punk ass bitch.
No.
What?
Wow.
Zhao. Zhao?
Aki just stares at that answer like, what? Oh, okay, Asai. Okay.
I don't know what will happen if you kill the Emperor. It'll probably be to our benefit, but I don't know if it'll be to your benefit in the long run.
I don't know if that's the case. We are right here in the room when it happens.
Yeah, I like that's also part. I don't really want to be like at fault for this. Like killing a shogun, sure, great, but
But you can also... let me finish. I was gonna say, if you could also just abandon them, abandon T. This is what they stand for now. What you mean to them is that they're just willing to disregard your opinion like this.
Braziers erupt in the room as he whirls on you, his eyes full of flame, and hisses through teeth that are distinctly pointier than earlier. I built T!
yeah, I wouldn't want you to like leave it. It's your place.
Shut the fuck up!
I
Honestly, all of you, I have had enough.
I was being supportive.
Man.
Man, I'm not in the proper syntax for today's language.
It's just say that like humans are exhausting and this is exhausting. You're being exhausting.
So have a cup of dark rum.
Yeah, chill out.
Here's some bread if your stomach doesn't agree with sugar. I don't know where I got it from.
Guanxi, Shinshin, kill whoever intercedes. And then he begins walking up the stairs towards the Emperor again.
I don't
Poor
mind having a
Guanzi and
second dragon.
Shinshin.
The two guardian dragons, they're like lesser gold dragon
What
dudes.
was?
Got
And
it.
they're also himbos, yeah.
Alright.
Why did you? Why was that your answer to me saying chihuahuas?
Yes.
Anyhow.
Oh.
Chihuahuas
Also
are
that.
himbos?
Yeah, they're both a little bit.
Alright, are we gonna? Are we doing this?
What,
Yeah.
interceding on
I
this
mean,
Emperor thing?
Yeah, I think
I
it
don't
would be
think-
kind of sick.
Oh, are we just?
I mean, there's something I could do that's really, really stupid.
How close to like the outer
Oh,
doors
yeah.
of the throne
well,
room are
if
we?
it doesn't get us killed, Tomb, go
I
for
still
it.
have no. I mean, I don't know if I want to use it here.
I wonder where. How close? Indeed, how close are you?
Oh, here it is.
Ah,
Hmm.
no dragons.
Oh, we got a lot of folks here.
Yeah, where are you?
Where are we indeed, dude?
You
Are we at
can
the base
be,
of the stairs? Or?
you can be basically anywhere in this area.
I mean, I probably would have been chilling near Sada-ish.
I mean, yeah.
These guys closest to us with the hats are
Royal
Emperor
Guard.
loyal. The people
Yeah.
in the black hats are the spy people or whatever. Fong Lin. I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah,
The Renfeng.
Ren Fang.
the Ren Fair.
And they,
Oh, the Ren Fair is here.
who are they currently serving? Who
They're
yelled
the
at them? Somebody
the
yelled
Ren
at them.
Fang was yelled by Zhao.
Yeah.
They're
Are
on
they-
his side.
They're
We
like
would have to fight
taking his-
them.
they're taking his order though. It seems like they're
Yes.
not like okay. They're not like, oh, what the
He's
fuck?
the
This is
highest
weird,
authority.
crazy.
Yeah.
I guess
Yep.
so.
They
Shit.
appear to be moving at his command and moving towards the palace guards that are trying to start moving towards where Shao is slowly approaching the emperor.
I have one additional question.
Yes.
You stated that Minister Song had been brought out. Where is she?
Did she leave?
Oh,
Or is she there still?
Probably somewhere here.
Oh, jeez.
I forgot.
It's a cool chair.
Yeah, it's a great chair. I should get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Minister Song is.
All
Up
right.
some steps made of presumably solid jade. Seems cool.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice chair.
And some water. That's a good thing for Kasumi.
Yeah. Nice and relaxing. Maybe some fish swimming in there.
Maybe a little
Let's do
typhoon. Maybe a
I
little
mean, the Emperor's
tsunami.
also got a really nice hat.
Oh, maybe a little.
Actually,
tsunami.
I kind of modeled a chair
You modeled the
in-
Oh, you're going to link a thing.
in the Emperor's Hero Forge thing.
Ah.
I think that Byron's gonna start ourselves. Oh, okay.
Why are there two pows? What?
There's two of them.
Oh,
There was
shit.
those two cows.
There are two pals?
Weird. I
Yeah.
got rid of her.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you
Strange.
didn't. No, that's
But
Shadow
what if you got rid of the clone? Or what if you were the clone?
Oh
What if now the
my
clone is here and the
God.
original POW is...
The way to know that if you're a clone is if you have theme music. Do you have theme music, pal?
Ba-da-ba-da.
Guys, like that? I guess we gotta gun you down. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's just my normal cool guy theme song. No.
Well, I
No.
mean, are there any edgy lyrics about how you're better than the other one? And whatever
Oh,
Shadow the Hedgehog
shit.
theme's about?
Oh
What is
no.
this a reference to? What is the clone theme
Oh no, I
song?
have a gun.
It would be the real person theme, so it would be about how awesome they are and making people happy.
Yeah, be about friendship.
Also,
That
how
kind of
great
stuff.
it is to be a dog person, I guess.
What?
I love being a dog
Yes.
person, going fast, and my friends.
This is fine.
Yeah,
It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right. I need to get in touch with Crush 45.
Please do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would love that. A theme
It's
song
Crush
by them
40.
for
Whatever.
Is it?
No, Crush
Oh, yeah.
45. The Crush 40 cover band.
That's more affordable, yeah.
So there's only 4 people on the.
Oh, do I gotta
You can just
manually-
drag, yeah.
Oh, do I
How
got
do, from where? Oh, from the thing. Okay.
I absolutely forgot you can do this. What do I do again? Oh,
You click on your name and you pull it in.
His august goldness.
there they are. And I'm gonna put him right here. And I'm gonna put him right here.
It's his August something. Highness? No. Shit, what his August
Goldness.
power. No. What?
I think you can just call him.
No, that's the name of the
Flames,
image.
honestly.
Oh, that's the name of the chair?
Yes.
I see.
What?
His August power, the Golden Emperor, the Red Gold Emperor.
You gave
Yeah.
this chair a
remember.
name?
Yeah.
That's stupid. You're stupid.
Oh my god, that's so mean.
heck?
Careful.
Why are you being so mean? Also,
Chairs deserve names. If they're
No,
good.
they don't.
If they're good enough.
Stop lashing out.
the chair is not named his August Goldness. I just named his Hero Forge model that because it was funny. Also, I tried opening up Pascal sheet and Roll20 has shit itself.
No!
Well, you better get the paper.
My big beautiful boy!
I am certainly having enough with Roll20.
Yes.
Make sure that your hit points are all correct.
Oh.
Yep.
Not Batfire. Let me fix that.
We haven't rested, right? So the spell slots I used are still used.
Oh, because we just came from a fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're still on the same amount of HP.
Wait.
We don't have any
Oh,
weapons
well,
either,
then
actually.
I go back down by 4.
Why is Batfire's HP 53 here, but it's not 53 on his sheet?
If you just click on his HP section on his sheet, it should correct itself.
Okay, thank you,
I-
Charles.
I still have plenty of key points and stuff.
Where did-
It's good.
Oh,
We don't
you
have-
put yourself on top of me. Rude.
Fellas, we don't have any weapons.
That's also true.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
don't have
that's
weapons.
too bad.
I'm sorry.
That's
Does.
too bad.
I use a head
That's
of state.
true.
Yes.
Dude, you want this pistol?
Wait,
I
how'd you get
also-
that in here?
I
How'd
also
you
have a
get that in here?
ceremonial sword. I'm the Prince of
Uh,
Even.
Because they know it's a pistol. What's it gonna do? It's not dangerous.
No, that's a good point.
It costs them more to shoot it than it is.
Yeah.
Cells.
Yes.
I seem to not have permissions to edit health values on these pogs.
You can just go in and just click save settings and it'll should reset it.
I guess I'll do that.
Just double click the pod, click save settings, and
Yeah,
That fixed it
you
for
should
me.
be fine.
Weird.
yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say, I have the stupid idea I have,
What's your stupid idea?
which I don't know if I want to do, but I still have a boon from a blue dragon.
I thought we used
Oh.
that.
Nope.
Did we?
Nope.
What does that entail?
You explode.
No clue.
We don't
that,
know. Okay.
No, we no, that doesn't happen anymore.
What? What do you mean?
We used to explode because of a boon.
Oh, that's fine. What's the pecking order? Is the blue dragon above or below golden?
Wait, but then
Yeah.
he did attack us. Do we still have that, or are we like even?
Yeah, we still
Steven?
have it.
Yeah, I thought he said we're even since he threw the general and his ship in our port.
Yes.
I thought that was the case too. So
That-
does that negate the boon?
No, that evened
Oh.
you out on a basis of you sent a fleet to attack his kingdom,
Ah, yeah. Okay. Whoops.
intending to use the fact that you know the kingdom is controlled by a absolutely titanic blue dragon. That it wouldn't cause a problem.
So we sent a minor inconvenience at him, and he minorly inconvenienced us by doing some weather damage to our port. Got it.
Huh? All right.
I do know body age wise, Blue Eyes is much older than Zhao is right now.
Okay.
What you also know
That's
is
useful.
that
But he
Zhao
also
is like maximally a normal size for a gold dragon, whereas Blue Eyes is one of the elder dragons of the original spawning of dragons.
yeah.
Damn.
Means he has not stopped growing for
Yeah.
8,500 years.
He is city-sized.
Damn.
He's real big.
Big.
Kind of ugly too.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
He's rather monstrous looking.
Charles does not like the dragon.
Compared to other blue dragons, they're all you've seen 3 other ones.
And compared
Predator,
to his elf form.
and yeah. Predator, Sassamix, and Bolomox are sinuous and elegant. Blue Eyes is very much not.
Is he like Chonky Godzilla?
He's not chunky. He's like a draconic bulldog. He's
Cool.
he's actually sort of round-shouldered but like bulky. The elegant nature of the almost snake-like blue dragons otherwise, they sort of share that general shape with the golden dragons, although albeit they're winged as opposed to the gold dragons, which are not. Versus Blue Eyes looks like his forebear was more of a brick. He's just like a chunk of muscle and
He's a
sinew.
real Batfire.
Yeah. I was thinking.
With a gargantuan underbite of a jaw, with massive tower-like teeth just sort of sticking out of it, some at strange angles.
That rules. Well,
It definitely does not look like his elven form. It should be noted. For reasons other than the obvious. But anyway,
Gotcha.
where was I?
That
Yes.
does feel like a very stupid idea, and also I don't even know if he'd answer it because I don't know if he wants. I don't think he wants to come to tea.
I don't
Judging
know
what
if he
we
would
know.
want to start a war with a country.
Yeah.
Don't we also have a boon from Duante Dunn, though?
Oh,
Can we call
He's
him? though?
local?
I don't know. If he can hear us.
Gramps.
You could try.
Gramps, your bro's being crazy.
Come
Gotcha,
get
anyway,
your
what were you
brother.
saying, Sals? Or we interrupted you?
What I was saying was that I would like you to roll for initiative. To figure
All
out.
right, that thing that we gotta do. That thing
Yeah.
that we do when
Let's
we
do that.
fight.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Mesmer time.
Still roll
I
under a
gotta-
10 for initiative.
Oh,
But you
shit,
know what?
he's-
That's
Hey,
okay.
look at that!
He's
We're gonna
mesmering.
two.
He's mesmering out.
5.
Why are there multiple copies of Batfire?
What?
I mean, I could make more copies of Batfire if you want.
Are we talking about my Batfire? I don't see any other Batfire.
Oh, I see. It's because I hate. What is the purpose of clearing the turn order if it's just going to take the tokens from a screen that isn't even open anymore?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
I
know
removed
what you're saying.
all the turns, cleared the list, and it's still bringing back the freaking initiative scores from the last fight. It's
I
nothing
don't see
that
them.
you did. It's on my screen. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just for Sals.
Yeah, only
am-
the
This is
wizard
GM.
man that tells us what to do can see it.
I mean, that fight is not even. I archived those tokens. They're not even active anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how this site
Yeah.
works.
It's really getting their
Stupidly.
time.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what? Take this.
Oh, he killed us.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, this was good.
Okay, you finally
Forward
did
to
it.
next campaign. Yeah.
The Madman.
Wow.
Should we roll again, or are you still doing something?
I am
No, I
still
got
doing
it.
something. 1 second.
No worries. I just didn't want to disrupt it.
Cannot wait to introduce you all to my trash bird.
Your trash bird?
So,
Okay,
I'm
please roll again if you could. And don't forget to
I'm
select token.
Oh
Okay.
man, I'm gonna roll a 2 this time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I made a snake wrestler.
Oh, I
and
rolled
his name is
better.
Old Snake.
I have to re-roll again. I rolled a 31.
I rolled a
Oh,
15.
exactly
I've
the
never
same
rolled a 15 on
somehow.
initiative.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Kazari. Good grouping.
Oh wait, that puts me at first.
This is bullshit. I rolled nearly double.
Oh.
Wait,
It didn't.
wait.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Let's. Wow, that's slow. I rolled it. It took several seconds to show up.
Yeah, I kept thinking it didn't roll it, so I clicked 3 more times.
Darn it.
Well, you're the impatient of the two, me being the other one, I guess.
Yeah, it's, me and Tomb. Same brain.
Yep.
I said two. I was including.
Well,
I mean, I guess Tomb is impatient. I don't know. His name's
well, Tomb also
Tombstone.
rolled 3 times.
Oh, Tombstone. You know what they say? I don't know. Whatever.
Sounds?
Sorry, I'm setting up the initiative of the other people in the room. And so far, I've been grouping them up very easily. Yes, Quanzui and Jinshin all both have the exact same initiative score. Yes, I separated it out on the turn tracker.
Mhm.
Too bad.
Oh wow. Wow. Shit. Oh my. Oh, heck.
Wait a second. Math
I
error.
agree.
Really slow on the uptake, Renfang today. They rolled a 1 for their initiative.
Amazing.
They still go well before Bad Buyer.
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry. This sucks. I don't know why, just all of a sudden, as soon as I get down here, it's like allergy. Fuck you.
Yeah. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, it is.
Allergies,
like-
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a phrase and my lizard brain was like, I should repeat that.
Yeah. Lizard
Okay.
brain likes
That's what's
pattern.
up.
Sada Ryudo, it is your turn.
Uh,
Whoa, damn, nice initiative.
would have been me.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm. What am I doing?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the Emperor's chair. I'm happy with how it came out.
Just in a purely political sense, if you save the emperor from being from being cooed, he will owe you an enormous debt, more than Zhao could ever. And also, Zhao seems to hate humans, which is also a little bit eyebrow raising. And you could secure almost certainly more, if not even more, than you imagined of your demands.
Yeah.
On another level, I suppose, on just a human level, this seems like I mean, the kid seems like he sucks. Let's not lie to ourselves. But this certainly seems like a particularly fraught way of seizing power, especially with a slightly. If he's had 3,000 years to plot to do this, you'd think he would have done it in a less wrathful, more like thoughtful and controlled way, such that it did not cause such upset. Not merely like the minute something invoked his ire, he decided that he would just assume direct control. Not inspired great confidence in his rule, just to say. I'm sorry to the dragons out there.
He's had 3,000 years to like give guidance to the rulers, and they've always disappointed him. Maybe his teaching methods just fucking suck.
Also, maybe there's just he should think about how maybe having an emperor is not a great way of doing this kind of. I guess he's made his decision. It's good if it's a dragon. He's crunched the numbers.
None of the human cost of that decision, though.
Oh yeah. I suppose if you subdue Zhao and everybody, then you can just have a nice chat about it, and maybe Zhao will convince you in that moment, and then you can just coup the emperor anyway. But at least you'll be in control of the situation.
Doesn't seem to have any care for like generations of humans and like what is an empire but the people that live in it. So I say we save the emperor for now.
Okay.
For now.
Sada's gonna do something stupid to hopefully try to stop Zhao from doing something stupid.
Exploding heart technique.
Oh man.
How many hearts does a dragon have? Are they like a space marine?
Do I get quivering palm at next level? That'd be pretty.
Aren't you never going to level, I thought?
Yeah.
Sada rushes up the Zhao and tries to just grapple him. Try to stop him.
Oh,
wow, you're gonna grapple a dragon! Alright!
Zhao, you gotta stop this!
Sada, you leap up onto Xiao's back and just like wrap your arms around him. And like literally he does not move. It's like you just grappled a statue. Like he does not register any sort of momentum or change in weight. And he stops and just, what are you doing?
You gotta stop this, man.
No, I mean, honestly, what are you doing right now? Like, what is this going to do?
I don't know.
You're just giving me a hug from behind.
Don't worry, Sada, Vampire says. When it's eventually my turn, which is literally dead last, I will hug him.
I'm not particularly disturbed by that idea either. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Alina Khalil.
Yeah, okay, well, I see Sada do that. Oh boy, and Pow just starts walking forward towards them. And as she takes her first step, her body turns to dust and begins to crackle with electricity. I'm going to spend key points to activate all that shit. And she's just going to walk up to beside Sada and like, I guess put it sort of a dusty hand sort of resting ethereally on Sada's shoulder as she's doing this stupid shit.
Nice.
And say to Zhao, consider your millennia of disappointment with this empire is in part your own failing. And I'm just gonna sort of stand there at Sada's side. Fucking idiot. That's it.
I'm clinging on.
Ooh, spooky.
Pow, make a perception check.
I would love to do that. Oh,
you don't have to.
I won't do that.
Looking right at it. It's easy to register. And in fact, Sada, you do too. Sada, you feel this beneath you, and Pao, you see this. At saying that, his back stiffens visibly.
Gotta strike a nerve. Let's go.
And he, Pao, you can see this better than Sada because of your relative positions. He looks angrier
Yeah.
now. Don Cesare.
Oh, what a. How does this always happen when I meet up with the kids? Just when I thought I was out, they got me back into the coup business. Cesare. I'm going to cast Mass Castigate. To the party members, this is largely perhaps like a goose feels like it has walked over a grave or whatever, but it is not directed at them. I can affect 16 creatures with it, and I've been checking, and I can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can get everybody except for one of these blonde guys. If I go like bop, bop,
Nice.
bop, 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 you know, like that.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just pick the left one.
So wait, are the spy guys our opponents in this one, or is it just the dragon?
No, they're work.
The
They're
spy
Lord of
guys
the
are
Zao.
also
Yeah, they're Lord of the
Oh, I
Show.
see.
a problem.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, I guess it depends on how they pass their will save. But Cesare, in a menacing tone, informs them that they are, they are approaching the Grand Prince of Yvain. Those of lowly stature, stay and cower where you are. This is not your time to take action. It is a 26 to beat. If they do not beat it, they cower in fear. If they do beat it, they're just shaken for a round. Cower in fear meaning they cannot do anything and beg for forgiveness.
Okay, cool. I'll do Kwanzi first. Okay. And the Ranfang. And you can get all of the Renfang, Kwanzi, and not Jinshin, right?
Not Jinshin, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have to make a bunch of saves.
Yeah.
Or not make it, as the case may be.
That would be sick.
You said that, and I thought.
Oh, except sorry, the one oh well, it looks like you failed it anyway. I was gonna say the one of the blonde ones I would make roll twice. Because on fear effects, if I'm looking at you, you have to roll twice for them.
Ah.
But looks like it doesn't matter. On every turn after this, they can try the roll again to break the cowering. Otherwise, they will just continue cowering.
Okay. It's a 26, right?
26. 6th level spell.
Nope. Wait a second. He passed.
Yeah.
I have one more question.
I may have one more answer.
Where is I forgot her name, Prof's character?
Saru?
Yeah.
She did not get pulled onto the map. Thank you. There she is.
Yay.
And she needs a initiative as well. Also, I need to open up her sheet. And her character sheet. Character sheet. Open, please. Please. Mm-hmm. Every time I open a character sheet now.
It crashes. Damn.
Freezes,
not what
takes
you
like
want.
a minute. Mm-mm. There we go.
Good game.
Okay, Suru initiative. Boing.
Mhm.
She got a good initiative.
Nice.
And it's up next. Oh, right. I was in the middle of that. And whoops. Yeah, he passes. And last but not least, he passes. Okay. I had basically a, I guess it did sort of even out. Yeah, it did actually. Well, no, I was slightly below average. So congratulations. I rolled overall poorly for those will saves. The
Good.
Renfang had a 50-50 shot of passing. Quan Zui had a higher chance of passing. More than 50% of the Renfang failed, and Quan Zui is now also cowering, despite being a large dragon. Not a literally large dragon, he's actually substantially larger than large. But yes, congratulations.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
This is to my liking. Oh shit! You know what, Sal? Sorry. With mental potency, I can affect one more creature. So do it to the other guy.
Okay.
And I'm staring at him, so he rolls twice.
I
But you were staring at Quan Zui.
Well, all right, fine. Just roll once. I didn't tell you about that the first time. You rolled once.
Did
I just
Quanzi
rolled
fail?
twice, just for you.
Oh, well, okay. You passed him, though.
Jin Shin rolled a 35 and a 36.
Damn.
Congratulations to them.
All right. It is now Suru's turn. Suru. What does Suru do in this case?
Leaves.
Not my job.
Suru is going to start walking towards Sada. Actually, brush past this guard and get to about here before she's going to stop and go wait and peer about the room. And that is her turn.
Ooh.
Kasumi, is your turn.
What kind of dragon are we dealing with here?
Xiao is a gold dragon.
Fire.
Wait. What if it's not Zhao that's being enchanted? What if it's all of us to see this?
What do you mean?
That would be so wild.
If that was the case, I would. I have a lot of
Yeah.
against
Just,
resisting
Yeah.
mind enchantments. So
And just to be clear, the gentlemen in the red hats, are they allies or enemies?
they're confused, but they're allies.
They're with the Emperor.
What if
Okay.
the Emperor's being manipulated? He's a human.
Well, it is, but how is what manipulated in what way? Zhao is trying to
Oh,
remove
just to say
him.
whatever pissed him off in the first place. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, Zhao would still be in the wrong then,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Either
I'm
way,
just saying there could be a vampire. I don't know.
There could be a
going
vampire. Always got to keep an eye out for a vampire.
going to fly up with plane jet, cinch Vampire's hair a little bit as I fly over to like here, and then I'm gonna let's see, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with a frostfire blast.
Who?
I can't. I always forget his fucking name.
Now?
Zhao. Yes.
He's a
Jeez.
fiery guy though, right?
That's what I was asking before. I heard gold
Oh.
and I was like, well, that
Yeah,
doesn't
and
tell me
then
much.
well, somebody said fire. Like
He's literally been doing
Said
fire
fire.
things this whole thing.
yeah, he's been like making fire happen this whole time.
Okay.
He's a fire boy.
Okay. Well, that
His hands are on fire.
Cause it's like
the
Gold.
not that. Hang on.
blue and
What
green,
was it?
gold, black, white.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. Rather than the frostfire blast, I'm doing just a regular hydro blast.
Hydroblast.
Okay, it makes the hydroblast sound. And you spray water. Sada, you see it coming, and you have to like scramble onto Shao's
shot.
front side in order to avoid getting blasted. Kasumi, your hydroblast slams into Shao's back. He again does not move. At the time that your stream of water ceases, his clothing has been damaged. You've sort of blasted down to the skin, leaving his silken shirt and robes and cape with a big hole in them.
Oh, beans.
But he appears entirely unharmed.
Yes.
And he slowly turns around. You would strike me.
You started it.
He looks down at you, Sada, where you're now clinging onto his front side. And then back at Kasumi. It's not his turn yet. It is Pascal's turn, though. Pascal is not wearing armor and has no weapon.
Pascal, this also all doesn't work if anybody manages to exit this room and inform anyone of what's going on.
You say that to Pascal?
Yeah.
But he's got to make it through the Ren Fang.
Well, they're
Yeah.
mostly frightened, but yes,
There are
one
a
of them
number
back
of
They're pretty serious
cowering
business.
ones.
Oh,
Pascal shouts, "I'll be right back, pal," and starts running towards the door where only one of the Renfang are not
and they're
slowly,
shaken.
is not slowly cowering. He will make it to there. Because he does not run to run, and actually his dexterity bonus to AC is only +1, so he's actually going to run the entire way. And you know what? I'll let him shoulder check the door to try and because it's going to be a strength check anyway because the door is big.
Ooh.
Big.
Big door.
Does he get his bonus for carrying capacity applied to it? It's
He
sort of like
does.
carrying. Yay.
He does. The DC was 20 anyway.
Woo.
Um,
Wipes a tear from his eye. My boy.
Pascal slams into the door. The doors to this chamber open inward.
Oh no.
One of them is now off kilter with a substantial gap in between it and its neighbor at its base, which Pascal is currently sort of in and rubbing one shoulder.
There you go.
Asai, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Can I? It's an action to use my true sight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a perception check to see what Suru was looking for?
Maybe.
You can.
Is that my action? Probably.
It depends. Are you just like glancing around, or are you like purposefully searching for something?
Is Suru just looking for a weapon?
Suru
Suru
seems
has
to
a
have
weapon.
sensed something. Suru is actually carrying her weapon. She was able to get inside because
Right. I forgot about that whole deal. That's right.
yes,
She's got
things
it.
are moving quickly. Suru seems to have sensed something, but she has not spotted it yet.
All right. I'll do a quick glance and then I will cast my holy aura.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can make a perception check then.
Okay. It's important that I get the holy aura off early while everyone's close together.
Mm-hmm. Where is that?
Holy aura.
What?
3 feet.
Yeah.
Wait, you're 35 feet. I'll move a little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. There we go.
Oh, I'm Cesare. I'm sorry.
What?
I forgot to update Fubo. So
That's a shame.
he is not in the room right now.
And what about Iago?
Iago.
Silence because you don't have the one to do his voice.
Yes, Iago was not allowed into the.
Sir will not be appearing in this film.
Yeah.
At least for the time being.
All right.
Of course, I did just open up Fubo's sheet, and it has froze Roll20 again.
Here, I'll update it for you. Let me just add a wish to his spell list.
Yeah, thank you.
Gaze.
Wish, teleport, resurrection.
Meteor strike.
All the spells that I banned.
Man, I can't believe Fubo could have been here, and he's not.
A heroic level. Thank you.
Wow, Fubo's mythic rank 10.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Right, mythic, not heroic. He's no hero. He's a myth.
My god, where is
Celebrity Sea Singer.
Everyone gets a +4 deflection bonus to AC and resistance bonus to saves. I think the deflection bonus will give you at least +2 to AC if you're weak like I am. Against all attacks. You do have SR 25 against evil spells. I don't think that'll come up, hopefully, but you never know.
All spells
and it protects
are evil.
you from possession and mental influence, like Protect from Evil does.
Oh my god! Stop! Immediately stop casting that. What are you doing?
It only hits the people I choose in 20 feet.
Okay.
All right.
How much I enjoy playing with Fred.
I forgot about this. I'm so sad I never got to use this when I was around. Fubo had the spell Mad Monkeys. You summon a swarm of screeching, mischievous monkeys. The swarm understands and obeys your commands and has the statistics of a monkey swarm, which is apparently a statted in
Statistics of
and he's not here.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Suru's sniffing out. Fubu's invisible in the corner.
Oh yeah, he's up in the rafters because he's
Yeah.
incredibly good at climbing. Remember, so
He's really
He
good
is.
at it.
he's
Yeah.
up there.
Asai, you do not see anything amiss besides, the obvious. And you cast your holy aura as
You hear the squeak of an accordion.
the protective powers of Crypta shield your allies from death. Are you shielding anyone else besides your party?
Let's see. I can only hit Sada, Pao, Kasumi. Do I want to shield the guard? Let's see. I can hit one person, one creature per level, in a 20-foot radius burst centered around me. So I could hit that guy. I could hit that guy. I don't want to hit them, unfortunately. Yeah, sure. I'll get the 2 guards.
Okay, they now have a holy aura as well.
They're just doing their job.
Hooray!
I lose AC when I'm in the dust form.
Okay. It is now Shao's turn.
Puts on a big smile and hugs Sada and says, "You've convinced me. I was a fool."
Your
just
hug
needed to be
was
shown
just what I
love.
needed at this moment of emotional distress,
Chao's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
which was
Is he gonna
actually
fucking
extremely deleterious for his health, and he was forced to be hospitalized.
he punches me does he
Another-
punch me right across the room into the door?
No. He grabs you and hurls you at Kasumi.
Whoa!
Oh, that's non-lethal. That's easy.
Is that-
That's fine.
Is that like an attack, or is that just throwing?
Grappling is an attack, so yeah, this counts as an attack.
Does that make Sada an improvised weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gonna take non-lethal bludgeon damage.
Well.
Unless Kasumi decides to shoot Sada out of the air with an ice blast, splitting her in twain so it does not strike her.
Yeah, you shoot me with ice and make me fracture into a million pieces.
It would be look. It's self-defense.
Yeah, it's just reflexive. It's what her combat training taught her to do.
Yeah, it's really a tragedy all around.
Really, you made me this way, Tombstone.
Sorry, I was just calculating his attack bonus for this.
Cool.
2.
No.
This is
Did I get it
exciting.
wrong?
Sal's slowly hovering over the button that says 1 on it, hovering back to the button that says plus on it, hovering over to the button that says 1 on it again.
Well, he didn't
Equals.
automatically miss, but he did come close. Fortunately, he has a very high base attack bonus, or rather, he has a very high attack bonus. So yes. Oh, that's right. Oh, I was trying to figure that out. Okay, so I miscalculated that. That should be 8 lower than it is. Which means that he has a plus 38 to hit with this instead of a plus 46.
Well, I
wait.
have an AC of 36.
What's he gonna roll there?
I forgot again. He is not currently colossal. He is currently medium-sized. So that size malice does not apply.
How big is this room?
Big.
Substantial. You can measure it. It's
I'm just saying, what's a colossal?
120 feet
like-
across. You've never seen. It's anything above 64 feet.
Okay.
In length or height. You've never
So it could be
seen
anything.
Chancellor Shao in his true form.
Yeah, all right.
But we know how big his room was.
Oh yeah, that was real big.
Bigger than this, then?
No, this chamber is about the same size.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he does successfully hurl Sada into Kasumi.
Can Pow use bodyguard to aid Sada's AC? Give her a plus 2? How does this work?
Yes, you could.
What
I
was
will
the
let you know that
Yeah.
to successfully grapple Sada and pull off this throw
Yeah.
maneuver, he rolled a 65.
Yeah. Could I then use in harm's way and instead be thrown?
What?
You
Would
want
it-
to somehow magician yourself into his hand to
I'm
be
made out of
thrown
dust.
as Sada.
Would
Wait,
it
I'm made out of dust. How would that work?
would it
He-
provoke an attack of
Hmm.
opportunity?
It
I mean,
does.
yes.
You can't
It
attack
provokes
No,
an
no.
attack of
dust.
opportunity, and also from the action, and also from Paulina's ability to punch
Can-
people that hit
Can
her
Pow
friends.
Yeah,
can
I get
Pow
to hit
use
him
your
if I
can
want.
Pow use your reaction to catch me? Like arrow
That would
snag?
be hilarious, but I don't.
No, she is
think-
made out of dust.
Yeah, I'm made out of dust. But if I somehow in harm's way to myself, would he be able to throw me because I'm made out of dust?
You cannot in harm's way yourself when you're made out of dust. That
Okay,
doesn't make
fine.
any sense.
I don't know, but I've got.
I mean, you have to put yourself in
Hmm.
harm's way, but you cannot be harmed. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ha ha! And he just grabs Sada through the dust, pulls her through you.
Heck. Yeah, well, that was worth a test. I didn't know how that would work out. Sorry. His arms are
noble
like
effort.
through my chest.
Right. Now then, plus the bonus for the damage. That is too low. Okay. Excuse me. Sada and Kasumi, you both take 22 bludgeoning damage. Kasumi, how high off the ground were you?
I mean, it was pretty much just high enough to clear Batfire and get there.
Mm-hmm.
So not terribly high.
So not high at all. So you're just to clear Batfire is 7 feet tall, so you'd really be up about 10 feet.
Yeah.
So okay. Sada, you then proceed to fall 10 feet. Do you take? You can make a actually, you might just have a thing to ignore the first 10 feet of falling damage. Do you, or is that a
I
ninja
don't know.
thing?
Either way, you get
don't either.
acrobatics.
Yeah,
I
just
have a really good
acrobatics your way down.
How much strain did I take?
Kasumi, you also took 22 strain, and you also need to make an acrobatics check to stay in the air, or rather a fly check. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask for a very stupid thing, I guess, when it comes my turn.
You're
If
becoming a
this has not
robot.
been resolved. Hello?
no,
Yes,
you're
I-
fine.
There's just some feedback in the background. It's fine.
Oh, it's probably my fridge. I don't know.
Gotta
Kasumi,
go
you're
touch
okay.
it.
Sweet.
It is now going to be the Imperial Guard's turn. They're going to form up with Chancellor New. This guy is going to. These two are going to try and run up and stab Chancellor Shao.
Oh, damn. Let's not be hasty.
Perhaps to the surprise of absolutely no one, including themselves. They are not able to overcome Chancellor Shao's armor class.
Crazy.
Akio, is your turn. Oh,
Right.
actually, no, I forgot. It's Shao's turn.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about
He's just
Shao's
mad.
turn. Yeah, no,
He's just real mad.
He's just real mad. He chucks Sada into Kasumi. Kasumi, you stay in the air. And
Oh yeah, I could have
then-
hit him. Oh heck.
Do you want to?
I don't know if I should, but he did just throw my friend. So yeah, you know what? I'll give him a little slap.
Yeah, deck him.
That's pretty. That'll make him mad. But yeah, I'll give him a little slap. Nerve strike. Does that hit him?
It does.
Cool. Also, it gets a little spice on top. There you go.
Oh, he is not immune to electricity, so. So yeah, you give him a good whap. And your attacks count as magic, so they do overcome his damage reduction. Because he is not the Iron Dragon and does not have immense damage reduction. Actually, your attacks really overcame the Iron Dragon's damage reduction too, because they're not made of iron.
If I was the Iron Dragon, I would simply be made of iron.
When they fought,
He is. I'm not. I think.
Yeah, when they fought Duansei Dun, he has a really high damage resistance to any metallic weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's good that you don't have a metallic weapon.
I mean, my fists count as cold iron and silver, but also they're made out of meat, so we're cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Shao does not have any such abilities. He is just sort of
Okay.
very powerful in a raw numbers way.
Boy.
You, where do you punch him exactly?
Dragon exploding sack.
I just want to kind of slap him like across the face a little bit, but let me think. He just threw my friend.
Inside of the armpit.
Oh, a little mean jab to the armpit would be so rude. Just the fingertips, like.
Oh,
All right, that's what happens.
All right, yeah, you just like nail him with a knuckle right in the armpit, and it's just he like
Supposed to see.
actually reacts. And he just freezes there for a moment.
Get a hold of yourself.
Left eye twitches before he looks down at you.
I was just thinking, if these are my last moments, they're at least kind of awesome.
He's actually kind of shocked looking because you actually caused him to feel discomfort.
Yeah,
he's a
nobody
lame
likes being
boy.
poked there, yeah.
No, it hurts.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Before finally he says, "Fine. Monster, redeem yourself."
And there he is.
Oh no.
Amboku drops down from where he was hanging spider-like from the ceiling,
This
Uh-oh.
nasty
Yep.
little bitch.
Oh, Volko.
landing elegantly, his Naginata held out to the side as he draws
Yep.
himself back up to his full height. Looking out over all of you with his cocky grin. Oh, look. Time for a little vengeance, I think.
Who's this guy?
He's a-
And then Cesare just looks at him. Who the fuck are you?
he's a vampire who's gonna die very shortly.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
He probably thinks he's better at hypnotizing people than you are.
Oh, you son of a
That's
bitch.
pathetic, yeah.
Oh.
He's gonna 100% hypnotize me. I've already recently gone through this entire adventure.
I just buffed you.
No, I know. It won't stop him from trying.
Okay.
Is Batfire immune to it, or does he have a bonus?
I
No,
think
don't
it's
have to
a.
go.
Didn't say +4.
The abjuration protects the recipient from possession and mental influence just as protection from evil does. If I open protection from evil, Second, the subject immediately receives another saving throw if one was allowed to begin with against any spells or effects that possess or exercise mental control over the creature, including enchantment, charm effects, and enchantment compulsion effects, such as yada yada. The saving throw is made with a +2 morale bonus using the same DC as the original effect. If successful, such effects are suppressed for the duration of this spell. The effects resume when the duration of the spell expires. While under the effects of the spell, the target is immune to any new attempts to possess or exercise mental control over the target. This spell does not expel a controlling life force such as a ghost, but it does prevent them from controlling the target.
Nice.
So it's 2 rolls with a +2.
Yeah. The second effect only functions against spells and effects created by evil creatures or objects subject to GM discretion.
Well, that's just for protection from evil, but you are getting that part doesn't apply because that's specific to protection from evil, but yours is no, wait, what was it again? Holy what?
It's Holy Aura, so the deflection and resistance bonus is against everything, but the spell
But the mind
resistance
control part is specifically protection from evil. Got it.
Yeah. And if an evil creature succeeds on a melee attack against a creature warded by Holy Aura, the offending attacker is blinded.
Nice.
That's fun. We should bait him into punching somebody.
Okay. Akio, is your turn.
Okay. Remind me, I forgot. It's been a hot second, and I recently just got him, and I think I only used him once. How does Sora work again?
Sora is a dancing, defending, dueling sword. So you basically just let go of Sora next to you, and for 4 rounds, the sword will float next to you, make attacks, or potentially use its defense ability.
Okay, right, and I guess what I'm asking is like, do I need to roll for it, or is it just
when you make attacks?
But
okay, cool.
We don't have any of our weapons right now. So
That is the other thing. You don't have Sora right now.
You should go get armed while the people who can fight without outside weapons,
where would that be?
Guess that's a good question. I don't know.
I raise my hand and call Sora.
There you go.
It is.
Is that an action that I have to roll for?
I mean, not Mjolnir. It does not have this ability.
Oh well.
Can our boon from Dwante done? He flies our weapons to us.
Maybe I can raise my hands again and make everybody think I can summon glass. No, that's probably not gonna work a second time.
Akio, you have noted that the Imperial Guards do have dows on them.
Dows?
Yeah, take their weapons.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they have broadswords essentially.
Okay, so I guess I gotta run up to them and get one. And we're referring to these guys. Okay, well. Okay, I'm gonna run up, right around here. I'm trying to remember. You're not hostile, right?
Okay, you're running towards the Renfang right now, by the way.
Oh, I got him confused then. Remind me again?
But these are the Imperial Guards.
Okay, I guess I'm running up to them. And I'm just, yeah. And I guess I have to... Oh, and I guess I provoked an attack of opportunity.
No, they'll give them to you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the Imperial Guard is not hostile to you.
All right, hey. Could I have your sword real quick?
He's not paying attention to you. You can just take it.
Okay, I take it.
You easily draw the blade out of his scabbard. He kind of goes, but he's a little bit more distracted by the dragon that he's trying to stab.
Yeah. How you got this?
Yeah, she can take it out.
What?
Just a
Well,
whole
it's just that-
dragon.
I was gonna go handle the. All right, I guess we're doing this then. I'm assuming I used my move. Was
Yes,
standard?
drawing the weapon is an action.
So I'm out of actions basically because I moved as well.
Mhm.
Neat.
You are armed.
Yes, I am armed. Just one more time, I'm gonna call out for Sora, and my turn.
Okay. Again, Sora does not have that ability.
Yeah, but if I believe hard enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
Akio doesn't
will-
know that he doesn't.
Yeah, also
I-
weirder things have happened. Remember how I got the sword? I don't know anything after that. Broke my brain.
I suppose so. That is true.
Yeah.
You did
Plus,
have
I'm
a
probably-
sword given to you by a strange temporal anomaly.
And then that sword turned out to be an Elf King, and then the sword turned into Sora. After it got... Also, I guess there were several things between that, but you know what I'm talking about. Rules don't make any sense when Akio is, like, living through them.
The sword did
Anyhow.
not turn into Sora.
Well, I mean, wait.
It was you have two swords presently.
Oh, right,
One is
right.
Sora,
My-
one is the blade of
My-
wrath.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm having a moment, apparently.
I
Okay.
am also confused because you have
I
two
forg-
crazy flying swords at this point, or
Oh, no,
three,
yeah,
or
it's-
magic. You know,
It's great, and I
What?
don't have either of them. It sucks.
One sword can fight by itself, and he can use the other sword. It's actually perfect.
Yep.
Uh,
Well, with that, it's not my turn anymore. So
Jinshin is very conflicted looking. However, when Quanzi begins screaming and cowering from Cesare Sensi, Jinshin looks over
He's pleading
him.
pleading for forgiveness. He's not screaming.
Oh, excuse me. He is pleading for forgiveness. Still, Jinshin, that is perhaps even more aberrant behavior from a dragon, thus causing Jinshin to look over at Kwanzi and shout, "Brother!" in a very concerned voice before looking back at you, Cesare, and his face going from concern to anger. He will charge at you.
Oh, damn.
And he will make an attack. He is going to basically do a flying kick at you.
Okay. Well, when he attempts to kick me, mesmeric mirror triggers and four mirror images appear. Well, I guess 5 images of me appear. 4 of them are mirrors. He doesn't know which is which.
Okay. He also rolled a 1 on his attack roll.
Oh, you know what? Nothing happens then.
Yeah, he is so upset by what is going on right now. He's confused and horrified at the situation, and his brother is beside himself, and he just doesn't know what to do. He's like, his tears are welling out his eyes, and he just like runs over to you because you've apparently hurt his twin and tries to kick you in the chest, and he just comes up short. You just kind of step back slightly.
That's too bad. Oh, I'm here to console you, buddy. Don't worry. Just right in touch range.
What?
Nothing.
Wink.
The Renfang now go. Fortunately, because of Senor Sensi, the Renfang have a limited amount of. I have a limited amount of Renfang to do things with. Those 2 Renfang will flying kick those 2 guards. This Renfang down here with Pascal is going to flying kick him.
Everybody's kicking.
Actually, he's just going to run over. He's going to try and scorpion strike Pascal.
Oh, what does that do?
Potentially keeps him from escaping.
Don't let it happen, Pascal.
This Renfang is outside of flying kick range, so he is going to instead run up to Akio. This Renfang is going to run at Asai, and this Renfang is going to flying kick Suru. Okay. First things first, let's make that Scorpion Strike against Pascal. Ba-da-dee-dee, ba-da-da-da. All right, so that should actually be this. Okay, so you make a single attack roll. Pascal does not have a 35 AC right now, but no armor and shield, so he gets hit. So Pascal does take damage as normal from this, which is only 9 strain. But he needs to make a fortitude save.
He's got a good fortitude.
Fortitude. Pascal Fatazo, defenses, fortitude. He succeeds. The Renfang fails to reduce his speed to 5.
My man.
This Imperial Guard is getting flying kicked.
As they do.
Oh, this poor man.
Oh no.
As they do.
Oh no. Okay, he just got
Imperial Guard.
he had 2 crits confirmed on him and 2 regular hits. So that will deal him 2d6 plus 2d6 plus 2d6 is 66 plus 6 plus 6 plus 24. So 36. All right. Oh, okay. So it's really not that bad. He takes 58 damage from this Renfang agent as he is bludgeoned. Of course, that is a pretty substantial amount of damage for an NPC guard, even an elite guard like this. So he is not looking too good as the Renfang lays into him. This other Renfang will do much the same. Oops. That'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit. That will not hit. Actually, that does not hit. So he only gets hit 3 times. Oh, wait, no, I fucked that up. I missed 46 damage on that one guard. So he takes an additional 14. He's still up.
Oh?
Yeah.
He resists. But he's not looking too good.
I'm gonna go handle that.
This guard will take 66 plus 18, 42 damage. Okay, so that's those 2 guards done. Get kinda whacked. This one will attempt to do something similar to Suru. Which is possibly not promising for his overall lifespan, but we'll see. Okay, d20 plus this 2 hits, I believe. Oh, that third flurry of blows is a miss. That hits. And that hits, though just barely. Okay, so that's 4 hits on Suru. Plus 24. All right, so Suru takes 60 strain. But she has damage reduction, which is minus. I believe she has damage reduction of -3 at this point. Let me just make sure. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's actually -4. Okay, so she ends up saving herself 4 of that damage. So she only takes 44 damage. That's 16 of that damage. So he only takes 44 damage instead of 60. So that's nice. As the Renfang slams into her. And last but not least, we have not last but not least, Asai and Akio still have to be punched. Asai, what is your AC?
Currently it is. I mean, it's not high. It's 27.
Ooh, unfortunate. That means his last attack just barely hits you, but his second to last attack missed. But you are hit 8 times, not 8 times. You are hit 4 times, which is half of 8.
Okay.
For those. And you take 55 strain.
Okay.
As you are forced to defend yourself with shields of deathly energy. And Akio, what is
27.
27? You say.
27, I said.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a natural 20. That's a critical hit.
Just fucking kill me.
I mean, that's the plan. Oh, that attack missed.
Oh.
And that attack missed.
Congratulations.
But you did get 3 other attacks that hit, one of which was a critical.
That's unfortunate. Let's hear
like
the
that.
bad news.
Oh, that you got crit.
You take 50 strain. Oh,
That's
excuse me.
not
No,
bad.
that's not true. Let me redo that. Because this is a part of this is an injury.
Yeah,
You
'cause
take a
the crit.
24-point injury and a 25 points of strain.
All right, give me 1 sec. 24, right?
Yes, you take 24 points of injury as the clawed hand of the Renfang finds a gap in your armor, and you feel its 4 points dig into your flesh beneath. Whereas the other one you are able to deflect with your new found blade, but it does take some strain out of you.
I give him the meanest glare because that's all I can do.
He gives you no glare at all. His eyes are hidden by his hat.
Well, he should have known that he just struck glass summoning, man.
All right. Batbayar is your turn.
I'm gonna grab him.
Which one?
The
Who?
dragon. If I can even. Is there a way for me to actually fit between these two dudes?
Yes. I mean, yeah, move where you want to move.
Wait 1 second. Let me make sure that that
You
buyer
move.
can actually walk 30 feet.
You can move right to
You
here,
can
I
walk-
think.
Yeah, let me just confirm. Okay, yes, I can. I always just lose track of like that buyer's move speed. Okay, here we go.
He has 4 legs.
Hey.
He's actually pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
He's
Hey,
a bit
buddy.
slower now.
Yeah, hey buddy. And I initiate. I don't know if we're still grabbing, but I mean I don't have a sword. Oh wait. Oh, but that's a small sword. I'm gonna grab. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Batfire, you use all of your titanic strength and grapple onto Chancellor Shao. For a moment, he gives you the same look as he did when Sada did the same. But as he tries to turn away, you actually manage to resist him. It's like trying to resist a tank. But the dragon is surprised enough to actually turn back to you with a angry glare. And yeah, you have his attention now.
I guess I if I have a moment, any to RP, I guess, and this is the best moment for it. Bet by responses to the glare, anything for my daimyo.
Yes, anything.
Already died once.
Good. This shall be a familiar experience. And with that, we come to Namboku's turn. And with that, we shall suspend operations for the night.
Oh, okay.
It is now
Aw,
10
man.
p.m. Maybe next week we could go later than 10 p.m. But I have discovered a disheartening and startling fact. I don't know where Namboku's stat block went.
Oh,
He has a stats of 1.
That's the power of the mesmerist, baby.
He has 1 HP. He only has 1
Ooh.
HP.
You mesmerize the DM. No, I've
I
looked in
deleted
all
the-
the locations that it would normally be kept. It's not digitized on Roll20, and
That's
yeah, I have no
nothing.
idea where Namboku is, unless I wrote it in the notebook. Sometimes I do that.
The
a
notebook.
notebook.
The notebook.
The notebook.
Well, yeah, I keep a physical
Namboku.
notebook
A
on
notebook.
The notebook.
a
Notebook.
broken. I have a physical notebook for the Champions campaign too. Good
Note-
for referring back to.
Boku.
It's where I keep
Is
most
it-
of my names. That's why I can't remember anybody. It's why I can't. It takes me a while to figure out someone's name because if I forget it, because I have to
Does it have-
actually look it up physically.
Does it have
Um,
notes specifically dedicated to me and all the times I said dog ticks?
No.
uh,
Every time he marks it in there.
no, I'm already.
Big page tally
He
marks.
subtracts, but it's like a death note. It subtracts a
Oh.
day from your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
no.
Well, I guess that explains the heart problems.
What?
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. That was a little too dark.
No, I have. It does not appear that I did put Namboku in here. Right? Where
Yes, he
are
died.
the notes on that place with the stuff? Hold on. Here's the 7 sorrows. Here well, this is all on Viven,
That's all you
so
need
it
to
shouldn't
know.
be here. But okay, but where are the notes on? Unless I went the wrong way. Oh, I went the wrong way.
Well, guess
Just hold on a second.
oh.
Just wait. Just be patient. Okay, yeah, no, I can't find. He's not
I'm
here.
having fun.
I'm sorry. But on the bright side, we have something else.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that thing.
Yes, I've already placed
Rubik's
myself
Cube.
approximately on everything that Kasumi would feel about Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, I could see that.